You don't want to miss some of these beauties. And a little disclaimer, I will share with you the new releases of 2024, but also fragrances that were released in 2023, but I wore them this year. Like a lot, maybe too much, and I know you will love them too. If you like my videos, give them some like, maybe subscribe, comment. It is much appreciated. One recommendation, the passion of this fragrance just shows through. It is a note I truly not like. I don't like to be dramatic, but I will be. I hate this note. I think it looks so cheap and plasticky, and the reference is always a cough syrup. So we talk about cherry. Now here we have Caspian Cherry by Electimus. So it is one of a kind cherry fragrance, but it is not just about cherry. This is your boozy, woody, amaretto, gorgeous black cherry fragrance. It smells like cashmere wood, so almost fussy, like powdery, woody, soft, very sensual. And I would say for a man, this could be a little bit sweet. If you love sweet scents, wear them. But like, this is my channel, so I just tell you what I think to wear. And this is like a must-have for ladies. Really, if you're a lady, you love to smell like a femme fatale. You love a lot of attention, especially from men. You know, where they just, you know, like have a look at you, then you need this fragrance, Caspian Cherry. It is more than just a cherry. This is the beauty of this fragrance. If you hate cherries, if you love cherries, go for Caspian Cherry. The amaretto, the maybe even caramel. It is so gourmand and delicious and dark and powdery, woody, so polished. So this just smells like money. Caspian Cherry. Now, since we talk about gourmands, one fragrance house that I seem to love, like no matter what, I love the performance. I love the price tag. You cannot beat this ratio from MONTE. No fragrance house can do that. Either you got enormous projection longevity, but also like the price tag that is a little bit obnoxious, or it's vice versa. But MONTE delivers always. I have two fragrances from them. The one Woody Vanilla that I just forgot the name of, and then Crazy in Love that I'm still crazy in love with, a huge compliment getter. But this is a 2024 release that you need. It's the most beautiful, artistic, and actually unique, and as always, the longest lasting. Passion fruit, lactonic, powdery coffee fragrance. It is a fragrance of your dreams. It has the milky nuances, like really like lactonic milk. It has the passion fruit, and it has like this, you know, sexy spiciness in the opening. A little bit, just a little bit of saffron and this aromatic cardamom. So we have enough contrast, enough complexity, but then it's all lactonic, woody, powdery, and the coffee, it's not like coffee beans, dark and roasted, but this smells just like chai latte. A little bit of spices, a little bit of vanilla. Gorgeous. So this was MONTE. And also I want to give a shout out, again, MONTE, to their body cream. So sometimes with niche fragrance houses releasing body creams, body lotions, hand creams, what happens, it is so focused on the scent itself, it just lacks any sort of ingredients that take care of your skin, that hydrate, that leave a smooth finish on your skin, that have something, you know, good in them. And sometimes they're even irritating. So I don't even like this scent profile like in fragrances, but I love it in this body cream, and I think this is phenomenal. So it's not a fragrance, but I have to mention it. Once you try it, the longevity here, it's like 12 hours. And it has ingredients great for your skin. So this is Roses Musk, and it's a body cream. And I will read you something. Elegant body cream with a bold fragrance, perfect for daily use. This rich and enveloping cream is fortified with sea elastin and ginseng extract. They tone and smooth the skin's tissue and improve elasticity. So this is what I noticed with this body cream. I just noticed that whenever you apply it, my neck and everything just seems to be a velvety smooth, and it really leaves like a gorgeous sheen on your skin without being sticky, without being too buttery, like almost oily. I hate body creams on my body, but this is the way to go for. Really, a body cream worth every dollar. If you want to maybe buy your lady a gorgeous and heavily scented body cream that has nice properties and that actually leaves a soft finish, try Roses Musk. And especially before Christmas, you still have some time check it out. This is my sincere recommendation. Now, the next fragrance smells like pure passion in a bottle. It smells like sensual skin before having fun, but it's still very, you know, you have some borders and it smells a little bit erotic, but still elegant, you know, like we're just friends. And this is by a new and very fresh and young fragrance house, Kris.Mynarova, and the fragrance is called Seduction Royale. So you have it in the name, it is very seductive, but I just find this fragrance to be so phenomenal. Guys, I have so many fragrances in my collection. The new releases just leave me always so underwhelmed. Like I would never spend my money on some of the releases that we're having nowadays. But this is a fragrance to go for. If you want to get something truly impeccable, something that was never done before, but it is truly artistic and unique, go for Seduction Royale. It is this fresh, spicy, peppery, dry and invigorating mint in the opening that quickly transforms into this, yes, erotic smelling leather, dry, but dry, not juicy, raspberry with caramel, with patchouli, with cinnamon, vanilla, and a bit of rose. It is perfection in a bottle. I love the contrast. The, you know, invigorating mint with this sexy, dry raspberry. It smells tantalizing, tempting. It's a fragrance I would love to smell both on men and women. So if you want to get something different, something extra that is actually wearable on a day-to-day basis in cold weather, in hot weather, definitely try Seduction Royale. The next fragrance house is the one that I have discovered 2 weeks ago. So I would never put a fragrance in my top 10 of this year or top 20 of this year when I have just tried it 2 weeks ago. But this is a fragrance house and also Kris.Mynarova. These are two fragrance houses that I really suggest you try because they deliver impeccable quality and artistry for like a nice price tag. So this is Azia Perfumes and the fragrance is Gufa. So Azia Perfumes pays tribute to Africa, to the colors, to the life and passion of Africa, and it is made in Italy. So like it's elegant, it's spicy, it's passionate smelling, a lot of colors and so thick smelling. Gufa is this dry, woody, spicy raspberry. It is juicy, but very warm, spicy with just slight aromatic nuances. When I wear Gufa, if you remember the original apple by Nina Ricci, the red apple, imagine this, like a hint of this type of juicy sweetness, and then like made with African colors, with this passion. It's warm, spicy, sunny, like a dry desert on your skin with a soft sand. It's just perfection. It is beautiful and I'm here for it. A huge recommendation is Gufa. The next fragrance is such a versatile, easy to wear, very sensual and mature smelling elegant oud. So this is Your Oudness by Cherubim and this is exclusive just to Harrods. So if you can shop at Harrods and order, check this fragrance out because it is a gorgeous balsamic oud with just some slight aromatic nuances. It has the sweetness, it is so woody, has a slight metallic tinge. So the sweetness with this metallic thing make it so sexy, especially on gentlemen. And I would, you know, when I smell this fragrance, I just see somebody in an expensive coat, like very polished and nice looking, maybe a handsome gentleman with just class. And if you wear this fragrance, you really feel like on top of your game. It is a fragrance that I wouldn't say it's blind buy worthy, but it has this mass appealing scent profile. The oud isn't too heavy. It's very approachable. It smells inviting, you know, like very flirtatious, but then I wouldn't say it's sexy per se. So if you know what I mean, a huge recommendation for those of you looking for a sweet aromatic oud fragrance. So this was Your Oudness. So the next fragrance was actually a personal surprise for me because I just didn't expect to love it based on the notes and the bottle color. I was like, no, I don't think so. But then I tried it and I fell in love so quickly, guys. And I think my husband has fallen in love with this fragrance even more because I didn't use up all of this. I think it was my husband because he smells like Blue Madeleine every day. So yeah, this is Blue Madeleine by Atelier de Zoan. This is your Pearl Balsam Kate Oil Smoky. I thought that there was incense, but I'm not sure. Tea, lactonic, woody fragrance. To me, it doesn't smell like Madeleine's at all. This is to me a smoky, Kate Oil, balsamic, woody tea, very like upper class smelling fragrance. It's not too gourmand. It has just a perfectly balanced scent profile and it has amazing longevity. A must-have for gentlemen. If you're a lady, maybe you want to gift your husband or your friend a gift, and you're looking for one fragrance that your man can wear daily. Or if you're just a gentleman and you want to gift yourself a fragrance to wear daily, to get compliments on a day-to-day basis, to smell so, but so unique. And yet this fragrance is versatile like no other. A huge recommendation is Verano by MONTE. I'm not sure, but I still think I have an active discount code on MONTE. If yes, you will find it in the description box. But this is the most elaborated, the most complex, citrusy, but more like zesty, very musky, clean tobacco fragrance with grapefruit. I almost smell there ginger, but I'm not sure if there's ginger, but with mountain air, with tea, with violet, with cashmere wood, with isoe super, maybe even ambroxan. This is just what I get. And this is the most beautiful, bitter, zingy, fresh, very musky smelling tobacco fragrance. The tobacco leaves in combination with the grapefruit, with mountain air. Just, can you imagine how invigorating this smells? Number one fragrance for a gentleman is, in my opinion, Verano. The next two fragrances are by a water-based fragrance house. So I don't know how about you, but I have only fragrances with alcohol in my collection. So Nassim reached out and I found two favorites. So I am specifically recommending these two fragrances that I tried and that I love. So the first one is Nadine, and the second one is Golden Signature. So Nadine is this flirtatious, powdery, marshmallowy, thick, floral, vanilla fragrance. It is just perfection, and I do have to say these fragrances are so long lasting. And actually, I will show you this, feels like water on your skin. Well, because it's water based, but it really has this thicker consistency. And when you spray it on you, it really, like, can you see the sheen? It's beautiful. And the longevity, it's like 8 hours with Nadine, I have to say, and 6 hours of like big projection with Golden Signature. And this is my personal favorite one, a sexy bedtime and office fragrance. Now I will explain. So Golden Signature has a lot of those bold and thick notes that I in my like country wear, especially in the winter. So when it's freezing outside, when it's cold. So it has cinnamon and tobacco, and it's musky. And it's just, the cinnamon is so pronounced, but everything feels to be so polished and actually lightweight and airy and translucent because it has no alcohol. So I feel like it's not this typical punchy fragrance, you know, when you spray it. So again, it feels just like water when you apply it. And the longevity and the projection, I just love everything about this fragrance. So it has bold notes, but since this is a water-based fragrance, it beautifully lingers and spreads on your skin, so it doesn't offend people, especially in the office, if you go to work, or at home before a bedtime. It just smells so cocooning and spicy and sexy, but you know, everything is just down to earth with Golden Signature. The next fragrance is by a truly niche fragrance house, full of patchouli, coffee, rose, caramel, anything, you know, a little bit edgy, very dark and noir smelling with this caramel sweetness. Go for Maria by Oman Luxury. A gorgeous coffee, patchouli, rose fragrance. The rose isn't like this typical gothic dark red rose. It's actually soft. The coffee isn't overly pronounced, and I love that this patchouli here is powdery, woody, and just a tad bit earthy. So it's not, you know, patchouli is not for everybody. So everything is just blended to perfection. It is gourmand, it's a little bit floral, it has this dry woody coffee scent DNA, and this is so expensive smelling. When you walk by people with this trail, with this fragrance, it's a game changer. You'll see the reactions of people. So a huge recommendation for the coffee lovers is Maria. Next fragrance is the one that I was just a little bit not impressed. You know, I was thinking, yeah, it's nice. Like it has some designer elements, but whatever. But you know, after wearing it a few times, you just keep coming back to this fragrance. And I do keep coming back to Solar Flare by Ojar. Now, Ojar, I have to say, any fragrance that you release, It's such a mass appealing niche fragrance. It's sexy, it's sweet, it's powdery, it has like nice performance, so you cannot go wrong with Oja, with any fragrance. Wood Whisper is another huge recommendation. So basically, I definitely recommend that you try this new release Solar Flare. This is a warm, spicy honey. It's very powdery, it's solar, it's happy. And this is about this leathery apricot-y osmanthus with a lot of honeysuckle and patchouli, but then you get the sweetness from honey with a lot of heliotrope and white musk. So you see the airy, powdery consistency of the fragrance, so to say, and then the sexy honey, solar, sunny patchouli. It is a nice combination actually. A simple fragrance that actually delivers, that will get you compliments, that is very long lasting, and that is definitely worth the price tag. The next fragrance has been my obsession for the past 2 months. I cannot get over the complexity and of this fragrance and how sensual it smells. I am deeply, but deeply in love with Mystique by Regalian. Now, somebody commented it smells like Oud Wood by Tom Ford and Alexandria No. 2 by Xerjoff. You know what? I could have never come up with a better reference. It has the smoky, woody touches, it has the opulent oriental vanilla, but everything is toned down in a Mystique. So it has amazing performance and longevity, and what I get is this lavender, not barbershop like smelling lavender, but like a little bit woody, aromatic lavender with a lot of this oriental powdery, but really powdery and woody, sensual, addictive vanilla. I love it. It is the fragrance of my dreams. Somebody made this fragrance for me, I feel like. It is so good. It lasts on me for 12+ hours. It has also this white musk and sandalwood with a lot of amber and tonka bean, with just a hint of oud in the dry down that you don't even smell here. A huge recommendation, gentlemen and ladies who love unisex and masculine fragrances like me. This one is for you. The next fragrance is actually the best mango on the market. It is the most natural smelling and the most complex tropical oud dry smelling fragrance. And this is Annone by Pantone Roma, and I bought for my mom a big bottle just for her because she loved it so much, and I have never met anybody who wouldn't love Annone. It is pure perfection in a bottle. It is blind buy worthy, it is full bottle worthy, it is worth the price tag. Call it whatever you want, never buy blindly, but I definitely recommend that you check out Annone. For gentlemen and for ladies, this is just the best fruity tropical fragrance on the market without being juicy. So imagine dried mango slices. Nothing juicy like a ripe mango, but really dried mango slices mixed with this oud and with woody nuances. It is just perfection. And this rose, if you don't like rose, if you think roses are like, they're not trending anymore, like everybody has a rose fragrance, you don't have this one. The price tag is a little bit higher. The packaging is just, yeah, like it's extra. If you're extra, you need this fragrance, but don't think that this scent profile is just obnoxiously sweet or too punchy. So this is Naraya Fleur by the Spirit of Dubai, one of the most beautiful, aromatic, powdery, and very, very musky rose fragrances. It has like 50 notes, but in the end, what you get is an extremely, but let me tell you, an extremely long-lasting, but musky, aromatic rose that has a hint of watery nuances and a lot of those dry woods and maybe even a lot of sandalwood. It's just complexity to the next level. It is so musky, but oriental musky, like sexy musky. It has no clean musk. It has a very, I don't know, like very polished and warming ambery musk. So this fragrance is a rose of my dream, but if you're looking for your very femme fatale like smelling rose, go for Naraya Fleur. A masterpiece in my opinion when it comes to gourmand fragrances is YLOP by SORA DORA. So this is your apricot-y, aromatic, creamy, but very woody and almost like powdery fragrance. It has the carrot cake, like a vanilla sweetness, like the buttercream, mixed with maybe even osmanthus and apricots. So osmanthus has this leathery apricot-y vibe, very daring, very sexy, tropical. But then you have the real apricots in the opening. And I would say these are dried fruits. We're not talking about the juicy apricots. Everything in this fragrance is so thick smelling, like dried fruits. beautiful fragrance, aromatic, fruity, exotic, very powdery. Maybe it has a lot of sandalwood. Beautiful. And the longevity. If you wear this fragrance, please apply like just once, twice, because this is too much. It projects into the world your character, like you will be smelled and seen everywhere, like in the next city. This is how this is just how potent this fragrance is. If you love pistachios and anything just truly artistic and unique, go for Un Pistache by Obvious Perfumes. Now, I don't like usually pistachios in fragrances because what you usually smell is this cheap smelling synthetic $2 pistachio vanilla ice cream, after which your stomach hurts. But this is what I'm here for, guys. A truly special masterpiece when it comes to nutty gourmand fragrances is Un Pistache. So in my opinion, what I smell is like the most expensive spa. Like imagine you're in a spa and you just smell this ethereal scent in a room. This is what I get with Un Pistache. So you get those raw, natural, still almost green pistachios. And then you get something lactonic, a little bit almost dry, powdery, and fresh smelling. So it has fresh elements and then it has those natural smelling pistachios. A gorgeous, truly gorgeous fragrance, and I think it also has an almondy vibe, like almonds. Just imagine whipped almond milk with fresh nuances, something a little bit aromatic and then nutty and lactonic. A gorgeous release and a huge recommendation. Favorite, or one of my favorite coffee fragrances that I've had for more than 1 year, and it's still so unique. Like nothing beats this fragrance. So it's EUREKA by REINVENTED. I have been wearing it this year a lot. Maybe I even got it this year. I'm just not sure. If, then it was in the beginning of this year. It is your spicy, aromatic, earthy, but very, very soft, cocooning, comforting coffee fragrance. Imagine like a milky coffee, but not too lactonic, with nutmeg, with a bit of some spices, maybe patchouli, and it's all blended to perfection. It is truly a masterpiece. Like you have the green cap, so yes, it's aromatic, a little bit earthy, but then the whole composition is so delicious, like my mouth waters when I smell EUREKA, and yet I don't want to eat it. If you want to, you know, if you have a fragrance that makes you smell comforting, cocoon, like cozy, fussy, yeah, just cute, go for EUREKA. Probably my most favorite and best cacao chocolate coffee fragrance in my collection that smells the most luxurious, the most expensive, and it's the best one. It has this dusty, very seductive, sensual vibe. So it's not this typical real chocolate fragrance that I don't gravitate towards. So this is HAMARTIA by CANTO. It has a higher price tag, I have to say, but it is worth it. This is the only fragrance, or maybe I have like 4 fragrances where I would pay for the price tag, and HAMARTIA is one of them. It is really the most unisex and the most expensive and the classiest, yes, that's the word, the classiest smelling chocolate coffee fragrance. It is, you cannot describe it with words. If you love anything nutty, dusty, a little bit, chocolatey, with enough coffee, maybe some patchouli, maybe with a bit of caramel, like the sweetness, go for HAMARTIA. You'll thank me later. Huge revelation for me as a patch lover, as somebody who just loves patchouli, but I have so many patchoulis and they just start smelling the same all the freaking time. It's either dusty or earthy and chocolatey, and like I just need something more, and I got it. So this is Notion by the Spirit of Kings by Christian Provenzano. So can you imagine the vibrancy and the sex appeal of this fragrance? It is a powdery, woody, very sexy patchouli fragrance. If there's #1 fragrance I would love to smell on a gentleman on a date night, then it's Notion. It has a striking element just something, you know, too contrasting, and it's eucalyptus and lime in the opening. But then you have the heliotrope that kind of rounds up the whole composition and tones down the patchouli. So this is why I think this is a masterpiece. It is so cocooning, soft, very inviting and addictive. Like, I would want to smell you more if you wore Notion, because it's a fragrance that really attracts people. It has lime, the eucalyptus, so there's this contrasting and intriguing element, but then you have the heliotrope that tones down with its powdery floral feel, the earthy, heavy, woody patchouli, if you know what I mean. So a masterpiece in a bottle for the patch lovers. And also, if you don't like patchoulis but you love sexy fragrances, go for Notions. We have here an incense fragrance. So this is by a fragrance house that I truly love. They deliver impeccable quality and performance at a very acceptable price tag. And the complexity of their fragrances is really out of this world. So they never disappoint. And this is one of a kind incense fragrance that you truly need if you love incense. So this is SACRE by PERRIS Monte Carlo. And this is a balsamic, smoky, oud, mastic, frankincense with the smoky incense with maybe a hint of jasmine, amber, and sandalwood. It is smoky, but not like churchy, Catholic incensey. It is a gorgeous fragrance, like truly a masterpiece. It almost has like this chocolate vibe, like in the background a little bit, or maybe coffee, but then you don't have there any gourmand nuances. It's not edible, delicious, none of that, but like there's a hint of something like dusty. A huge recommendation, a fragrance that really smells like class and money, a little bit balsamic, smoky, woody, with enough sweetness for ladies or for me. So this was PERRIS Monte Carlo. And so these were my fragrances that I enjoyed in 2024. I hope you found there some favorites. I wish you all the best in the next upcoming year. Let me know what you thought of this video, if you found there some amazing tips. And as always, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.